Yo, so I'm watching The Fighter and the Kid, episode 737, and Chappelle, it's so sad. I mean, watching this guy, it's just so sad because he's talking and he's trying to touch Brendan over here. He's saying something and he's trying to interdict into the conversation that Brendan's having with Brian. And then every time Brendan's talking to Brian, he's always looking at Brian. It's like this. So imagine this. I'm sitting here. Chappelle's right to my right. Nice. It's actually the other way around, but it doesn't matter. So Chappelle's over here. Brian's over here. This is how the conversation. This is how the conversation looks the whole time. Oh yeah, you get it. Oh, okay. And then Chappelle is just doing this, trying to get into the conversation, and then Brian just shrugs him off and keeps talking to Brian Callum. Oh yeah, of course, man. Did you hear about that guy that got raped? And then Chappelle's like, what? It's fucking hilarious, man. Like, I mean, dude, come on, man. You gotta come with better. You gotta come better than that, Chappelle. Like, dude, you add zero and you add no value to the product that they're trying to put out to the public. The product is The Fighter and the Kid. It's a podcast. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to talk about current events. And Brendan, that's his job. Brian, that's his job. Chappelle, it's a job. So, I mean, he's going to take advantage of that. But at the same time, dude, it's not good for you. You're being dismissed. You're not being listened to. You're just being ignored, man. Like, it's fucking sad.
Some of those guys.
Look at this
how
shit.
special they are.
Yeah.
How incredible it is when you play 10 years and you start.
Let's talk about Adrian Peterson.
It's always
Brian.
Brian.
Get in trouble for hitting his son.
Dude, everybody go to 1 hour and 3 minutes. Right there. Go to 1 hour and 3 minutes of the podcast of episode 737, and you're going to see Chappelle just keep trying to talk to Brendan, but Brendan's ignoring him. You can't really blame Brendan for ignoring Chappelle. Chappelle's like the token black kid. He's like the token black person that's been elected just so they can satisfy the masses. It's called diversity quota, it's whatever, it's bullshit. But I think they kind of need it because Brian Callen, he's on the back of getting canceled by multiple different women, different allegations that are being levied against him. Brandon Schaub, he's having a war with Ariel right now. He's losing the war. It's very dangerous and very damaging to his reputation because Ariel's coming after Brendan's reputation. And that's another law in the book of 48 Laws of Power. Like, your reputation is everything. Guard it with your life. What number is that? I think that's law number 5. I don't even remember, but it's... Yeah, exactly. Law number 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. And Brendan's reputation is being sullied right now by Ariel, and Ariel is actually using the truth against Brendan. So that's just one thing that we got to consider, man. Brendan's not exactly the sharpest tool in the toolbox. The only reason he's being put on is because of Joe Rogan, blah, blah, blah. He has no talent, blah, blah, blah. We know all of this stuff to be true. I've already broken it down. He's hated because he's a narcissist. He's hated because he cheats on his wife multiple times. He's hated because he mispronounces fighters' names. He's hated because he makes shit up all the time, lies constantly. He's not a good person all around. Most people aren't, even if you go throughout history, like most people that have used the 48 Laws of Power are people that are, not exactly the best of people, and people use the laws. I don't even think Brandon uses the 48 laws. He's just, I'm giving him too much credit. He's not that smart, he doesn't really do stuff like that. So, man, it's unwatchable at this point, to be honest. The Fighter and the Kid is kind of unwatchable at this point. The fans and the commenters and everybody in the comment section is saying the same shit. Like, they're all like, oh, Chappelle needs to go. Chappelle needs to go. And then if there is enough people that are trying to get Chappelle out of there, then, it's going to happen. Chappelle's going to be gone, man. Chappelle, bro, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro, but you got to get out of there, man. You got to go for your own dignity at this point because it's not looking good for you.
Aliens.
Out of her.
It's really not looking good for this dude, man. there and he's happy. I mean, he's just happy to be there, and you should never be You should never be just happy to be there. Like, you know, when it comes to the level that you're just happy to be on a podcast, you know, I mean, everybody's just trying to get what they can get from the situation. I mean, you see those two guys in the back. You see Kat, you see Chin. There's too many people on this podcast. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the fuck? There's like 7 people where there should only really be 3 people. So you got to get rid of 4 people. I mean, sorry, Kat. I mean, Kat can stay because she's she's supposed to be the pretty face for the show. So Kat can stay. Chin can stay for the diversity quota. You know, he's Asian, so, and he's pretty good. You know, he does his job. He's good at what he does behind the scenes. So keep Chin, keep Kat. Kat is debatable. Maybe you can get rid of her. Maybe you can keep her. It doesn't really matter. The 2 guys in the back, I mean, what are they doing here? What the fuck are these guys doing here? And what the fuck is Shapel doing here? Well, Shapel, the only reason he's there is for clout and for money. I mean, they're doing it for the money, of course. Chin, I mean, nobody's doing it for free. Nobody does anything for free. But at the same time, like, they're not adding anything to the production value of this show. Shapel's not adding anything to the show, and Brendan's just Brendan. It is what it is. Brian Callen. I mean, come on, man. How do you have a guy like this on your show? He has pending allegations against him. Pending sexual allegations against him by multiple different women. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, this guy's on the show? Him? Really? Should he be there? I mean, due process. I believe in due process. I believe everybody should get a fair, you should wait till all the facts come out. But at the same time, though, like, really? I mean, those allegations are serious allegations. I mean, it's not like, oh, he just stole a little piece of, some Oreos from the store. No, it's not that simple. It's much more nuanced than that. This is a big thing, like, those allegations are, damning multiple women. I mean, Chin is just there, like, he's just there to get money, and that's his job. So, Shapel, he laughs at Brendan's jokes when they're not even funny because that's his job, Law number 1, never outshine the master. So if he bites the hand that feeds him, then Brendan's going to get rid of him. But I don't think Brendan's going to fold to public outcry unless it's, like, undeniable. Like, it's undeniable at this point. I mean, Brendan, come on. They always look at the comment section. The comment section is what the fans want. So if your viewers want you to get rid of Shapel, and Shapel wasn't the person that built the show from the ground up, then you get rid of Shapel. Then that's what you do. You do what your audience wants you to do. I mean, I think maybe Brendan's that stupid that he's going to keep Shapel on the show, because eventually what's going to happen is the viewers are going to start dwindling down, and the viewers are just going to leave the show. Like, the views are going to dwindle, and the show's going to dwindle. Because right now that Shapel's on the show isn't really doing as much as it would be if it was just Brendan and Brian. Because when Brendan and Brian were on the show had over 200,000 views. But now that this dude is there, I mean, it's like 170K, 160, 150, and those are good views, but they're missing out on another 60,000, which is still money. 60,000 views is like, how much money is that? Because you can get from even 5,000 views, you get 10 euros. So then that's like what, $13? Let's just say $13 for every 5,000. So that's $26 for 10,000. 26 times 6. 6 times 2. That's 26 times 6, bro. Come on. 36 plus 120. So that's 156. So they're missing out on hundreds of euros, hundreds of dollars every video that they have Shapel on. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Maybe even thousands. Hundreds of dollars if they have that motherfucker on the show. You gotta get rid of him, Brendan. I mean, just like you guys got rid of Malik, You got to get rid of this dude, man. It is what it is. It's just what it is, dude. It's
This
just
makes
what it is.
headlines like this. She's just trying to,
Stay relevant in the weirdest.
And then she'd come out pan or buy. It's just like it's
Okay.
one thing after another.
Okay.
Then she went hard on. Remember, she went hard on frozen yogurt. She said, "This isn't fair. I'm on a diet.
So
I have to
sad.
pass all the tasty stuff
So
before I get to
fucking
the
sad
healthy
watching
stuff."
this, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well,
it's just,
okay.
it's disgusting as well.
She's-
though. Like,
She's probably
Hey, Devin.
exhausted.
Hey, Devin.
what are you doing here, dude? They don't want to talk to you.
We're busy. Everybody's trying to get to work.
Yeah, what's odd is what people find is like a problem.
Oh
like
my
certain
God,
people,
dude.
you know, you
But it
get
gets
It's
attention.
just funny. Dude.
yeah, but it gets attention. It's the
You
it's
know
like
what?
the weirdest things. Like
I thought about this a lot.
But imagine if you had a friend who's like, "Yeah, I agree with it. Let's call them ETs. The aliens derogatory. But get on.
I go, yeah. Well, what do you?
I go get on my.
The- the-
Do we have so many?
I'm like, have you seen? I'm like, have you seen like real problems?
Yeah, this is
you
the
know.
problem.
And I know she probably has because I know she dealt with like the drug stuff. Correct?
Yeah, I've heard it a million times. Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, just saying, you know, just
depression.
People like this, like
And I'm the-
they're such
It's hilarious, man.